Hey everyone, RJ here with CV Tech, and today I'm giving my full review of the Samsung Galaxy J3 Emerge. Let's get it started. Okay, so right here is the J3 Emerge, and ever since I got this phone, I have gave it nothing but just good ratings and good thoughts, and just really been honest on what my personal opinion is on the J3 Emerge, and really my thoughts has not differed any at all. This has been an exceptionally great phone since I've bought it. I'm going to give you my full review on it. I'll keep it as short as possible, but I do want to just go over some things, play some games from low graphic to extremely high graphic to kind of just show you what it can handle, what it can't handle, give you some specs, and just kind of take you over a few things with this device. So looking at the exterior here, you'll see a really nice design. I mean, it's really nice feeling. It's a little thick, but it makes it really easy to hold on to. It's got a very grippy material on the back that's very easy to hold on to as well. On the left side here is your power button. On the bottom, you got your micro USB charging port, microphone, and standard headset jack. On the right is your power button, your side firing speaker. On top is a secondary microphone. On the front up here is your ear speaker, your light sensors there, front facing camera, and a 5-inch 720p display. It is not Super AMOLED, but the screen looks good anyway. Here is your recents button, physical home button, and your back button there. On the back, got your Samsung logo, and of course you got different colors here with a silver here and like a brushed aluminum look right here at the camera, and then silver up top again, your 5 megapixel camera and your flash. The back is removable, and I will try to remove that right now. And as you see here, has this really nice look. The whole thing don't come apart, but this looks really nice. Your SD card slot right here, and under here is your nano SIM card slot and your battery. And I want to see if you got a J3 2016 from last year, the battery will fit in this device. So if you got a J3 Emerge, you can swap out batteries from your old device to a new device for extra batteries and all that kind of cool stuff. So go ahead and just put this back together. Now this here can be a little bit tricky sometimes. Sometimes it does not want to fit just right. You got to really mash on it to get it to go back into place sometimes. But at least you know it's good and snug. So that's the exterior of it. Now up front here is a 2 megapixel camera that I'll get into here a little bit later on. So powering the phone on, even though it does not have a AMOLED display, the screen is very clear, it's very vibrant, and you'll have no trouble seeing this screen whatsoever. I mean, you'll hear people say a lot of times that it's not AMOLED and it don't look the best and all that kind of stuff. Well, of course, it's a budget device that you can get for like, $79 at Walmart, or basically maybe even free from Boost Mobile. But this phone looks really nice. Got your drop down up here, of course. I do have a Samsung theme applied, and you got your airplane mode, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, got your flashlight, which is really nice. And the cool thing about this flashlight here, you push this, you can change the level of brightness on the flashlight, which is really cool, and I think that's kind of cool. Of course, push done. Here you got Smart View. View your device's screen or content on a larger display via a wireless connection, which is really kind of cool. I got sync, auto rotate, power saving, secure folder, and all that cool stuff. Got outdoor mode, which really makes this screen very, very bright, as you can see there. So yeah, outdoor mode. Going to the apps, and it's just your basic, scrolling of apps. Now this does have the Grace UI, and I love the way Grace UI looks. It looks really good. It's got a really nice, vibrant flow to it. It just looks really awesome. Now I want to take you in here to some of the themes and just what you can do with your phone. Now I got a few downloaded here. I just want to push one and apply it, and just kind of show you how it looks whenever it is applied. You can do a lot of cool stuff with this phone. I mean, you can just customize whatever you want to customize with this thing, and it works awesomely, and it looks good no matter what you do to it. So right there, so you see the whole settings there changed. Go into settings, you'll see that everything just looks different. Let's go into the dialer, and I mean the dialer looks really cool and everything else. Just kind of cool looking, what you can do with this phone with all the themes and the cool stuff. I will show you one more theme here. I'll scroll down here to blue metallic, and I'll apply that. And this is one of my favorite themes here that I like to look at and have on my phone because it just looks really good, in my personal opinion. Gives it a different look, and I'm just kind of partial to this theme. But it makes everything look kind of like a metal look. And going into the apps, about the same really. Go into settings here, and you can really see that it just gives it a very beautiful look here in the settings. I mean, it makes the Grace UI just kind of pop. It makes the settings, just the background, look really good. Pull up the dialer, and the dialer just has this really nice metal look to it that just looks awesome. And I love the way it looks. It's just a really nice looking theme. Now, going back into settings here, you got your connections up here, which you got, of course, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, data usage, airplane, location, more connection settings, and all that kind of stuff. Nearby device scanning, printing, all that stuff. Plus, you have hotspot as well, so you can use hotspot on this device. You got sound and vibration, which is really kind of cool. You can go in here and have charging sounds, keyboard sounds, sound quality and effects. You can go in here and just change equalizers and all that kind of cool stuff. So, not really tried that out yet, but it's there if you want it. You got advanced features like one-handed operation, quick launch camera, direct call, smart alert, which your device will vibrate when you pick it up, notify you about missed calls and messages. So while this phone does not have a notification light, it does have smart alert, which is really which is something that you might be interested in as well. Device management. This is a really cool feature as well. It'll sit there and it'll check out everything, and it'll load everything, and it will 97% out of 100. I can optimize it now, and it will just free up everything, all the background apps and all that stuff to make it back to 100%. Now, so far on the battery, I will check the battery right here, and as you see, actually, let me go in here right fast light and change this thing back to a darker theme. So give me just 1 second. So this here makes it show up a little bit better. Let's go into battery again, and you'll see estimated battery life left at 16 hours. You got off, mid, and max for power saving mode. 19 hours left in mid, and 58 hours in max mode. Let's go into battery usage here. You'll see so far I got 22 hours and 8 minutes on this battery that it says. Now, I don't have quite that much because I did power the phone off a few times. But screen so far is 2 hours and 31 minutes. But battery life is very good on this device. Now, that right there is not probably a real correct hours, but it's pretty close to that. So, really good battery life. Now, all phones is going to be a little bit different. Some will get better battery life, some will get worse. It just really kind of depends on how you use your phone. And you got general management, system update, all that kind of stuff. So basically, just your basic stuff there. Now, for the camera, you can double tap the home, go into your camera. And the cool thing about this camera here is you're like, where is the front facing camera? How do you change? Just swipe down. Goes to your front facing camera. Swipe down again, and there you are. Left to right to go through your different effects. Left, go into your auto, pro mode, panorama, continuous shot, sports, and sound and shot. I'll get back into the camera here in a few minutes. Now, if you want to go into one-handed operation, you click 3 times. Now you have one-handed operation. To go to the left or right, and me being left-handed, it makes it a lot easier if you want to just use a smaller screen to do everything on. So that's pretty cool as well that you can do that, because this is not a very small device, but it's not a very big device either. I mean, it's just about right for my hands, in my personal opinion. So we'll go home, and now what we're going to do is go into the camera and go through some of the features of the camera. Now, of course, like I told you, your auto mode, pro mode, go in here and change your ISO, white balance, and brightness. Panorama, sound and shot, sports, continuous shot. Go up here to the settings, and you can take pictures in 4x3 at 5 megapixel and 3.7 megapixel 16:9. So there's a list of them there if you want to take a look at them there. Video size in the rear is full 1080, 1080p, 720p HD, and 480 VGA. Front camera, you got a 2 megapixel camera, 4x3, and 1.4 megapixel 16:9. So pretty low, but the camera is pretty good. In my personal opinion, overusing it, the camera is not bad. It's better than last year's model. Takes very clear pictures, in my personal opinion. So for what it is, what you're paying for, it's a really good camera. Video size is 720 in the front and 480 VGA as well. Ways to take pictures: you can tap to take pictures or gesture control as well. You got your timer, guidelines, location tabs, review pictures, quick launch, store locations, and you can use your volume key to take pictures, record video, or system volume. So, it's really kind of cool to be able to just, have like a dedicated camera key to take a picture, and you're ready to roll. Hold the phone away from you here, take a picture, and you're ready to go. So that's about all of the camera settings there really is. I mean, not a whole lot to it. It's just pretty much self-explanatory and pretty much simple as that. The speaker on the side. Now, some will say it sounds tiny. Some will say it's not very good quality and all that stuff. My personal opinion, it has some really nice sound to it. It's not, dull. It's loud. It's crisp, and you have no trouble hearing it whatsoever. Yes, it is small, but it is louder than the majority of Samsung phones I have heard, in my personal opinion, as of late. Now, like I said, looking at the phone here and the design looks really good. It's like I said, it's not a very thin phone, but the phone just feels really good in the hand, and it just feels very solidly built. I mean, it just feels like a brick in a way. It's not light, it's not heavy, but it's not light by any means, which to me feels a bit better, in my personal opinion. Now, I'm trying to think of some other things. Oh yeah, gaming. I want to go into gaming, and after the gaming here, I'll probably be wrapping this up by giving you my final thoughts. So let's go into Asphalt Nitro. We'll go ahead and load this up, and we'll come back. Okay, so we're all loaded up here, and we will get this game started. Now, personally, one thing that I noticed here is there's just really no issue with this game right here in gameplay. Gameplay is really good. There's no drop frame. There's no freezing. There's no lagging. No nitpicking, nothing like that. It's just a really smooth game to play on this device. No issues whatsoever. I mean, it just, very responsive without any hiccups, no issues whatsoever. So we'll get out of this, go back home, go on something a little bit more graphic intense. We'll go into Need for Speed No Limits. And again, we'll set it up and we'll come back. Okay, so we are fixing to start the race. Now this did take quite a few minutes to load up. I mean, looking at the gameplay here, it does seem, to look pretty good. I don't really see any kind of drop frames, nothing like that. It does seem to look pretty good. No hiccups, no problems. Like I said, it did take a few minutes to start up, but I forgot to get the specs of this phone. So these are just little snippets of games here, to show you how gameplay is, and gameplay is decent. So back home. Now we know how Bullet Force is. I did do Bullet Force before. It played just fine. However, I am going to do Modern Combat 5. That's one game that most phones have issues with. So I'm going to go ahead and get it set up and we'll come back. Okay, so I won't play that game because it needs an update, and that update's pretty good size, and I don't feel like sitting here waiting for it to update. So, the specs of this phone here, I forgot to mention, does have a 1.4 gigahertz Qualcomm Snapdragon 425. It is a quad-core processor. It has 1.5 gigabytes of RAM and 16 gigabytes of onboard storage. You can add expendable storage as well. It does have a 2600 mAh battery that is replaceable, and battery life is good. Don't know the time, don't know the standby time, I just know the battery life is good. It does run 6.0.1 Marshmallow. It does have a 720p display. Not sure the PPI. It may have Gorilla Glass, it may not. I really don't know. I haven't really got dug into all that stuff. I may have mentioned it in previous videos, but as of right now, this is just what's on top of my head and what I'm giving to y'all. As far as specs go, specs are good. They're not top notch, of course, but for what you're getting and for how the phone works and it's just been a really good phone. Let's go into Geekbench 4 here. Just kind of show you the speeds that it ran last. Just give you an idea. I don't put much in benchmark tests, but in the last test, it did get 608 single core score and 1611 multi-core score. Not bad. Not bad at all. The phone just works really well. And, it's actually one of my phones that I use as a main daily driver. I use it all the time. It's just been a fantastic phone. And honestly, for the price and for what you're getting, I don't see you going wrong with buying the Samsung Galaxy J3 Emerge. Will it get nougat? I have no idea. I don't think it will, but I have been wrong before. Like I said, prices right now do vary. It is right now on sale at Best Buy for $79. Walmart's got it for $79. I think Boost Mobile promos, maybe port overs is like free, and maybe some upgrade deals. I really don't know. Don't quote me on that. Check with your Boost Mobile stores, but I do know they cost $79 at Best Buy right now and at Walmart, which is a very good deal in my opinion for this phone, and I would definitely pick it up. It's really worth the money in my personal opinion. It's just been a great phone. If I had to say any improvements, it would have been nice to see 2 gigabytes of RAM to the 1.5 like last year's model, and it would have been nice to see a little bit of a bump up in cameras. Even though the cameras are much better than last year's model, it'd have been nice to see a little bit more like maybe like an 8 megapixel in the rear and a 5 in the front. But that ain't the case. That ain't what we got. We got this phone right here, which is really nice, very solid, and honestly, I love this device. Like I say, it's one of my most used devices right now because it does everything well. And how was call quality? How was reception? How connectivity? Awesome. Call quality is fantastic. Connection is great. Hooking to LTE is really nice. It's really strong, and even in low coverage areas, reception seems to be strong. It holds its own, and call quality is good as well. So, my thoughts: 2 thumbs way up here on the Galaxy J3 Emerge. Hope this little review helped you out a little bit. I know it was a little scattered. I know it was a little off, but if this was helpful in any way, hit that thumbs up button. I really appreciate it. Any questions or comments, leave it down below in the comment section. I'll get back with you as soon as possible. you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. Y'all have a good one, and stay tuned for the next video.